Hi, this is Tim with Tim Got It Sold, back here with another video today. I started making videos originally for my existing clients. Many of my clients had the same questions over and over again, so I started a series called Now What, so they could know what to expect and what the next steps would be in the process of selling their home. However, I began getting requests for other topics, and so as we get them, we make videos on those as well. Someone contacted me just this week and said, could you make a video about what to expect in this market? What to do in this changing market? So that's what we're going to cover today. Is it possible to sell a property in a declining market? A lot of sellers are curious if it's possible to sell a property when the market is changing. So that's what the topic of this video is how to sell the property when the market's changing and what tactics you need to take during that difficult time. First of all, the most important thing before we get to the other topics is you must have the right agent representing you. I can't say this enough. It's absolutely critical. If you don't have the right agent, it doesn't matter what your price is, it doesn't matter what your photos look like, the property is probably not going to sell as quickly and for as much money as it possibly could. I'm often meeting with sellers who are already listed, whose property has been on the market for 4 months or 5 months or 6 months. And they tell me, I want to sell my property, my agent's not getting it done. It's interesting, just last week I met with another one of these clients. The property had been on the market for 4 months. They decided to terminate that relationship. They listed with us. We got the property under contract in less than a week for more money than they were listed at before. It's absolutely critical that you have the right people representing you in the transaction. If you're not sure how to select a real estate agent, check out the link below to a video that explains everything you need to know about selecting the perfect listing agent for you. So let's get into the topics. Now that you've made sure you have the right agent, the next step is deciding what your strategy will be. Basically, I've learned if the market is dropping, there's really only 2 ways you can go. You can play the beauty contest game. Now, if you have the nicest property in the neighborhood with the best upgrades and in the best condition, you really don't have any competition for your property. You can price the property the way you want and the property will sell. However, if you're not the nicest one in the neighborhood, you're not going to be able to play the beauty contest game and you're going to have to move to the second strategy, which is the pricing game. Think about this regular retail. If you want to buy a deck of cards or an ink pen or a cell phone, people shop for quality and price. Assuming all the quality is similar, pricing becomes very important. We want to make sure that your property is priced correctly compared to what else is for sale and is sold recently. Many agents will use data that's over 6 months old to prove a price that is no longer relevant because the market is dropping. To figure out the best pricing strategy, your agent really needs to dig into the data. What we need to know is what's for sale nearby. So just yesterday I had an appointment. The seller wanted to list at $310. Based on my research, there were 8 other properties within half a mile priced between $300 and $350. In that situation, I need to let the seller know, look, according to the absorption analysis, only 3 properties have sold in the last 30 days. That means in the next 30 days, most likely 3 of those 8 will sell. What is going to entice a buyer to choose your property over the others? In this case, the seller asked me, what do you think? I said, what would happen if we priced the property at $299,900? They said, our property is worth more than that. I said, I believe your property is worth more than that, but what would happen if we priced it there? They said, well, it looks like we'll have a lot more engagement on the property. More buyers will be interested. That's exactly what happened. So that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to price the property at $299,900 and create a lot of excitement. I already have buyer's agents calling me about the property asking when they can see it. So make sure that your agent is taking all of these things into account. We don't want to price as high as we possibly can. We want to create an attractive price and get buyers interested in the property. Don't freak out about a depreciating market. The market is always changing, and people are always buying and selling property regardless of what the market is doing. As long as you keep these things in mind, you can still buy and sell regardless of what the market is doing. So let's recap. Make sure you have the right agent. Absolutely critical. Again, if you're not sure how to pick an agent, watch the link in the video to figure out how to select the right agent. Secondly, set your expectations right. The market is dropping. We're here in Atlanta. It's not going to be like last year where you have multiple offers and people bidding way over. However, properties are selling and you can still have good offers for the property. Third, lean into the data. Make sure you know everything about the competition that's out there so that your property is priced perfectly and positioned to sell. I'm Tim. Thank you for taking this time to watch the video. If you have other topics you'd like me to cover, just comment down below. I'll be happy to do it in a future video. You can also see videos in our series called Now What, which explains what sellers need to know and what's coming next in the process. If you have a moment, please subscribe. It means a lot to me. Thanks and have a nice day.